Hi there, welcome to the Ripple Wyckoff Technical Analysis session. Last week we talked about Ripple has a rebound opportunity, and this week it happened already. So what's next and what do we expect for the next week or two? Let's quickly find out. Here we're looking at the weekly chart of Ripple. Last week we talked about, okay, is there a chance of rebound? Because it has got to the double support over here, the key level of $2.7 plus the bottom edge of this upward trend channel. Okay, then the rebound eventually happened. It did go outside of this bottom edge of the upward channel box, but when it hits this key level of 2.7, the price rebounded to the point back into the channel. So is it going to sustain or is it not? That's the key question to ask. Whether this will become an LPSY and then eventually come down. Let's see whether there are any indications, okay? So if we are already at a stage where it's after the upthrust of the distribution, the blue scenario first, these lower highs, I'm not sure whether this is already the highest rebound, whether it will lean along this edge to stay 1 or 2 more weeks. We have to wait to find out. But if that happens, or like whether it happens or not, the LPSY would be around here. So that's the point for the blue scenario. If it is the yellow scenario where this is the buying climax, this is automatic reaction, then what we're seeing now is already kind of where the sign of weakness is. So while we believe, or I believe, that the blue scenario is more still more likely than the yellow, when it really realized, then after this it may likely be coming down outside of the upward trend box or channel. Cannot find support at 2.7. Eventually it comes down to test the 2.45. Why I put a tag of SOW over here? Just look across to the left. During early February, that's where the sign of weakness was after the upthrust. So that's where the key level of 2.45 is, and highly likely when the price comes down, it may find a bit of support and then rebound to retest the 2.7 before it goes further down. So that's the big picture. If really there are very good news coming out for the whales or the composite man to trigger another wave of upward movement, this 3.38 key level is still very difficult to pass. If it does, and eventually continue towards the to challenge the upper edge of the channel box, then that has to be a very good news. I don't really know or couldn't really guess what that is for Ripple, given a lot of good news has already been released. Kind of like very good adoption partnerships, yeah, let's term it this way, has already been announced. Would there be more, but like, are they going to be more impactful than the ones already announced? Pay attention to the news. Is probably likely not the case, but just leave a bit of probability for that. Don't be like 100% saying it's likely going towards one side or the other. That's the biggest mistake a lot of people would make, and that's where they lose their money. So daily chart. Previously we put in all these tags with question mark. Obviously similar to the previous sessions, a couple of them has happened already, so I can remove the question marks now. So LPSY has already happened, and other sign of weakness has already happened. Like I said, the price is edging towards or along the bottom edge of the upward channel box. trying to stay above it. But one thing you may have already noticed is this downtrend over here. It's getting towards the tip that a breakout has to happen. So this, when this dashed line crosses the bottom edge of the box, it is going to be around next weekend, basically. So the price can still trade in a narrow range in the next few days, all the way till next weekend, basically Friday, Saturday. But a lot of times it doesn't wait that long to break out, so it has to either break above this downward trend line, this dashed line, or like I said in the beginning, it's going to come down and test the lower key levels. First 2.7, then 2.45. So that's the indication we're getting from the chart in the daily time frame. And looking at the volume, the white bars isn't impressive. Like, basically they're weaker than the red bars. So that's a sign to take into consideration as well. While we've got a little bit of rebound in the past few days, it hasn't turned into a positive trend yet. And when this happens, I guess it may fall outside for a little, trying to stay or trade at a narrow range, because if I extend this line further, that will become a descending triangle for candlestick pattern analysis. So when that happens, according to the textbook definition, it's going to come down to test lower levels. Whether it is correct this time or not, it only takes a few more days for us to find out, right? So that's how I interpret Ripple's chart for now, and thanks for joining me. See you in the next